So I'm here in the Hamilton County Law Library. You're on summer break, but you're working on a problem at your clerkship. What constitutes a serious health condition? Is just going to the doctor enough? What do you have to do if you're just going to go to the doctor? And of course, the answer is on Westlaw. So a couple ways of doing this. The first I'm going to show you is the conventional secondary resource approach that you can use with a law library subscription. So serious health condition, and then just running that search and looking under the secondary sources is going to give you a couple things that might be quite handy. The first is the ALR, the American Law Reports. You can of course access those on Westlaw from this big blue bar search, or just by typing the name of the source, ALR, and then clicking on the blue once you've highlighted it with your text. So that is a resource. You've also got various treatise guides on Westlaw, like this health law practice guide. And in case this is too much, you can filter using the menus along the left-hand side here. We've got state, and of course, you can look for the state interpretive gloss in Ohio by checking that box and then clicking on Apply Filters. As I said, ALR, fantastic resource compiling together all cases on this particular issue that come out one way or the other. So you can see for things like back and neck conditions, sometimes they're serious, sometimes they're not. And you can, of course, click on those and see those, pull those up. So that might be pretty handy. You can also see that this ALR is cited in a number of things, so other secondary sources you cited in that case for some reason. And then links, of course, to content on Westlaw. So let's go back to our results here from the history, serious health condition, and I'll show you what those treatises will look like as well. So here we are under the list of treatises, as I said again, a list of the health law practice guide. Something that's nifty and new on the secondary resources with Westlaw this year is that you can actually go through the table of contents along that left-hand side straight away. And I think that that's pretty nifty. Excuse me, if you had table of contents over here, you'd actually see what is a serious health condition, what is continuing treatment, what is a healthcare provider, what notice must an employee give, and again, all is pretty nifty. And then at the top, you'll see information about when this was last updated too, just in case. Citing in the primary law, April 2017 update, trust but verify, and that's how you can verify as to stuff that it might have happened after April 2017. Now, let's say we go to a case. We've been linked to a case either from the footnotes or from the notes of decisions or from the West search bar. I'm looking here at merit check. And what I want to make sure is that this appears on two columns, these West head notes. So you'll notice labor and employment, time off leave, or leave. Doctor's appointment, potential ground for leave, interesting. So you can see here we've picked a key number in the middle of the list, clicked on it, and now pulled in all of the West head notes across all of the West digests in the Ninth Circuit. Maybe that's not super important for me. How do we change that and get to somewhere that we do care about? Hit that change button, change jurisdiction. Let's do all state, all federal. And in case this number out of control, because of course we picked a key number kind of in the middle of the digest, so there's going to be lots of results. We can now maybe change up the things in our custom digest. I'm going to do doctor with an exclamation point within a point with an exclamation point, so we get doctor's appointment or any conceivable variation that I can think of. Work with a reference attorney to refine that query if you've got a particular need within there. And now just filtering, searching within this key number is going to give us 4 head notes from the Eastern District of North Carolina, from the Eastern District of Michigan, and another Eastern District of North Carolina. Doctor's appointment, doctor's appointment, doctor's appointment, doctor's appointment. Those things show up in the custom digest. And of course, we can then pull up Phillips versus Matthews and then take a look at it from there. By the way, you don't have to start with a particular source. Westlaw brings it all together in the citing references. We've, of course, got other secondary sources that talk about it, and some other resources over here. Now let's talk a bit about the statute itself. So here we are within the FMLA statute. Hit table of contents, maybe general requirements for leave is going to be part of the whole ball of wax. Maybe serious health, medical condition, whatchamacall, is going to be in there. And from citing references, take a look at practical law. 53 pieces of practical law that can be quite for you if you're getting up to speed on something. This is going to be part of a law school subscription. So keep an eye out for the overview practice notes. Keep an eye out for jurisdictional specific glosses. I've picked one from Practical Law that's just the regular FMLA. And keep in mind, if you pull up a practice note and it's got these blue underlines here, serious health condition actually is a defined term not only within the statute, but you can also see within the CFR. So pulling that up is going to bring you all the good stuff, right? Under the citing references, links to other bits of content on Practical Law, other secondary sources that talk about it, certain notes of decisions that are searchable and viewable and clickable, so that way you end up, again, with more handy case law. Lots of other stuff we'd love to talk with you about. Hit that contact us button at the bottom. You'll be able to dial the reference attorneys any hour of the day or night. If you're a law with your academic account manager from the law school site. Otherwise, thanks for watching and talk with you again soon.